everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you know, this channel is called Hot Tea, but honestly guys, this tea today is pretty lukewarm. The internet is quiet, almost too quiet, but that's not gonna stop me from talking about my recent Twitter beef with Keemstar, the Met Gala guest list rumors, a new podcast starring past problematic beauty gurus Manny MUA and Laura Lee, Tana Mongeau smelling like shit, and more. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me and my team on Twitter at HotTYT, where we honestly just kind of shit talk and talk to you guys about all the latest YouTube drama. It's a fun time. If you aren't convinced to follow our Twitter account yet, you will be after I talk about the first topic of today's video. If you don't know, a couple weeks ago, Keto Starfish followed us on Twitter and slid in our DMs. Yeah, he's kind of obsessed with me, to be honest. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so apparently I'm on Keemstar's radar because he got pretty butthurt over this tweet where, as you can see, we quote tweeted a video of Keemstar and a girl and we said, "Who is Keem holding hostage in the back?" Also, side note, shout out to the girl for wearing a mask inside the movie theater, unlike our buddy Klondike Bar Starburst. Keemstar replied by saying, "Girl, you literally have a crush on me, stop hating." So apparently I have a crush on this imbecile now, even though he reached out to me first on Twitter and then brought up having a debate, which I agreed to, and then he backed out, but okay, Keemy Poo. Also, considering I'm 23 years old, I think I'm way out of his age range anyway. Our response to this is pretty short and simple. We responded by simply tweeting this photo. Nothing more, nothing less, just a photo of Killer Keemstar without his hat. But apparently this really upset him because he then responded with a photo of me saying, "You have a bigger forehead, stop." Okay, so like the fact that Keem had to go watch one of my videos to get the screenshot just to send this tweet, fan behavior. The next thing we're going to talk about is showers, because, you know, why does it seem like a common theme amongst celebrities to not shower? I don't understand the logic, but I guess the more money you have, the less you're expected to shower. This topic recently came up because Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher said in a podcast that they only bathe their children when dirt is visible on them. And Ashton Kutcher claims that he washes only his crotch and armpits daily, and that's it. This sparked out a media outburst of people reacting to these bizarre statements. A few days after this, Ashton Kutcher shares a video on his Instagram where he and Mila joke about bathing their children and how this was the 4th time that week.
This is ridiculous. What's going on?
We're bathing our children.
That's like the 4th time this week. 4 times this week.
It's too much.
But that still raises questions as to whether or not they themselves shower more frequently. Any of y'all ever met and smelled Mila Kunis or Ashton Kutcher? Let me know in the comments down below. Many other A-list celebrities have either been said to or admitted to not showering as frequently as the average person. But is this trend trickling down the pyramid of celebrities, and has it finally begun to reach YouTubers? A few years back, it became a known running joke that Emma Chamberlain doesn't shower.
This is where I never go. I'm very rarely in here. I was in here a few nights ago. Don't really know much about this space.
She would even make statements about it in a joking way, but eventually it got to the point where people were genuinely speculating about her cleanliness. And some TikTokers even secretly filmed her in a store one time with the "uh-oh stinky" audio in the background. I think after this, people realized that this isn't a joke anymore and she's actually starting to get offended by it. I mean, I would. It's all good if people laugh with me, but if you're secretly filming me and laughing at me behind my back, like, nah, we have a problem. Emma shut down the rumors, and eventually I think the joke became dead.
I do fucking shower. Look, it's me in the shower.
But alas, there's a new stinky YouTuber in town, and it's none other than Tana Mongeau. In her podcast, Tana's friends say that she has a new nickname, Big Stink. Apparently, Tana doesn't shower as much as she should, and she thinks it's funny, I guess. She even shows off her pit stains to the camera, which I guess isn't as gross because everyone sweats and gets pit stains, you know? But when you consider that she can go a week without showering, imagine how she smells. Like, yikes. Maybe that's why her perfume launch flopped.
But like, I showered just like not as frequently as the
Can I tell you
average
guys
person.
a funny story? One time we were in Hawaii and we'd been there for like 7 days already, and she comes in my bathroom and she starts doing a like she was showering outside the shower. She got like soap and she was like, it was like she was so like distraught by the idea of taking an actual shower that
I
she had
have
to
a
do.
fear of getting in.
I saw her yesterday and I was like, Tana, do you shower? She's like, of course I showered. And I was like, your hair is dry.
No, can I tell you?
Okay, that's a blowout, baby.
She's
It's
like,
a
"My hair
different
doesn't-" I'm like,
action.
Moving on, recently the alleged leaked seating arrangements for the Met Gala 2021 were posted on Twitter. The guest list included celebrities such as Harry Styles, Nicki Minaj, Orlando Bloom, Zendaya, Beyonce, Celine Dion, but also including influencers such as Charli D'Amelio, Emma Chamberlain, Addison Rae, and James Charles. While the seating arrangements were proven to be fake, it has people beginning to question the guest list. The Met Gala has been around for years and has a reputation for a notoriously exclusive guest list. For years, only the most elite celebrities were invited, but as time went on, YouTubers and influencers such as Liza Koshy, James Charles, and Lily Singh have slowly started to trickle in. It's been said that as the years go on, the more YouTubers and social media influencers that are invited, the less meaningful and exclusive the Met Gala becomes. What do you guys think about this? Because to me, YouTubers are quickly becoming just as, if not more relevant and popular as typical celebrities such as actors and musicians. We won't know until the actual day of the event who is invited this year, but regardless of whether it's more YouTubers or not, it'll of course still be fun to see everyone's looks. The theme this year is American Independence, which will be interesting to say the least. The event takes place on Monday, September 13th. Would you guys be interested in a video where I react to the outfits, like the ones Cody Ko and Kelsey Kreppel film every year? I've always looked forward to their video rather than the actual Met Gala event itself. Oh, and if you wanted to go to the Met Gala yourself, don't worry, you can. If you aren't invited, there is a limited supply of tickets which can be purchased for $30,000. And then a table which will run you $275,000. Why buy a house when you could go to the Met Gala, am I right? Next, longtime beauty gurus Manny MUA and Laura Lee have recently started their own podcast called Fool Coverage. If you don't know who Manny and Laura are, if I remember correctly, they were one of the first beauty influencers to be cancelled. They were the face of the first Dramageddon involving Jeffree Star, Gabriel Zamora, Nikita Dragun, and obviously Laura and Manny. It was at this time that the internet was graced with this tweet from Gabriel Zamora that says, "Bitch is bitter because without him we're doing better," with a photo of him, Nikita, Laura, and Manny with their middle fingers up. This was a jab at Jeffree Star. This also brought us the iconic fake crying video that Laura posted on her channel and has since been deleted. But honestly, that's really all the energy I have to talk about the situation, considering it was literally 3 years ago and has been covered plenty of times on YouTube. Obviously, throughout the years, they have built back up their fan bases and created this podcast. They got canceled together and rebuilt their brands together. If that's not friendship goals, then I don't know what is. They both have their own separate makeup lines, and Laura also has her own clothing boutique as well. Other than that, I haven't really kept up with either of them much in the past few years, but the podcast seems to just be two friends talking about any random topics that they come up with. It hasn't been out long, but the response seems to be overall positive. Like I said, they both seem to come out of that scandal back in 2018 fairly strong and slowly rebuilt a dedicated fan base. They both seem to have grown up and got away from the toxic side of the beauty community on YouTube. Next, a photographer by the name of Jake Doolittle recently came forward with a video titled "Charli D'Amelio's team won't pay me for my work." In the video, he explains some deleted tweets he posted accusing Charli directly for not paying him for his photos and stealing his work. He makes it clear at the beginning of the video that he has no problem with Charli herself, but has issues with Charli's team. And after hearing the situation, I don't blame him. Basically, he took photos for Charli back in 2019, and the agreement made between him and Charli's management team was that he would not sell the photos to them. They could use them for social media posts and to just tag him in the pictures, but that if they ever decide to sell the pictures, to contact him so they would work a deal. So what exactly does Jake mean by selling his pictures? Well, perhaps publishing them in a book, which is exactly what happened. Charli recently released a book titled Essentially Charli, The Ultimate Guide to Keeping It Real. It's just a classic influencer autobiography that the middle school kids are going to absolutely eat up at the Scholastic Book Fair. In this book, 2 of Jake's photos were featured without his knowledge, which goes against the agreements that they had made in regards to the photos used in the book, which Jake took in 2019. The original agreement was emailed to Charli's management team stating, "I would like full usage of my photos that you guys approve. Social media, website, portfolio, etc. I will not not sell the photos. You will be able to post the photos at your pleasure on any platform. I would like to be credited in the photo if posted. I would really appreciate being tagged in the photo and the caption at Jake Doolittle on Instagram. If you decide to sell the photos for any reason, I would like to be notified beforehand so that we can work something out. D'Amelio's team responded by saying, "Hi Jake, thank you so much for your time working with Charlie last weekend. Both Charlie and Haiti really enjoyed working with you. We are excited to see the images and we agree to the rights, usages, and your terms listed above." So fast forward to now, a book has been released with photos taken by Jake in it. Jake was not contacted by anyone, ultimately resulting in him not being paid a portion of the sales in the book, which his photos are featured in. In the original terms, Jake said he wished to be notified if Charlie's team sold the photos at any point, and that did not happen. Jake also states that if he were a well-known photographer, this would have never happened. This is messed up considering how much money will be made on this book, not to mention the amount of money Charlie's team already makes to start with. Not only should they have notified Jake about the photos being in the book, but they should have paid him and sent him a copy of the book. The poor dude bought a copy of it himself just to see his photos in it. Jake has received the support of YouTuber Danny Gonzalez. Danny tweeted the video saying, "My friend is being threatened with legal action by the D'Amelio's management because he wanted to get paid for his photos. If you don't know, Jake took all the photos for the We Are Two Different People tour. He's a really talented photographer on top of being a really fun dude to work with. But I think my favorite part of working with him by far was paying him for his work." Hopefully Charlie's management and team sees Jake's video and tries to make things right, but I don't know. Who knows? And alright, yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed talking with me, and if you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I read them all. I'm kind of obsessed with you guys, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
That's just my baby dog. 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 That's just my baby dog.